Welcome to Analog Tabletop.
Hello and welcome to last week on Kickstarter. This is the top 10 noteworthy board games in my opinion that launched on Kickstarter in the past week. All the Kickstarter links will be in the description at the bottom. All costs have been converted to United States dollars at the time of this recording. Let's get to it.
50 years ago, humanity conquered the moon amidst the relentless space race. Celebrate this anniversary on your own table with a brand new thematic board game. Now it's your turn to shape the events and tell your own story with Moonshot, the next giant leap. Choose a superpower to aid in making history. Be a politician. Support your nation's space program. Utilize your influence or bluff to undermine your opponents. Play as an engineer. Use your funding to develop a rocket that survives the harsh environment of space. Team up and race to conquer the moon. Back us now and break Kickstarter with Moonshot, the next giant leap.
To launch things off, let's look at Moonshot, the next giant leap. This is a team-based game where two teams attempt to launch a rocket to the moon. One team member does the engineering while the other deals with the politics, providing two distinctive playstyles. On July 20th, 2019, we celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the moon landing. Recreate the space race by beating your opponents as the first to land on the moon. Get a copy of Moonshot for $55. The Kickstarter ends August 6th and plans to deliver by December of 2019.
Congratulations on your new position at Chemco's Research and Development Department. As one of Chemco's distinguished unpaid interns, you'll have access and free rein to research and experiment as you see fit. The first intern to reach $1 million in funding for the company will receive the position of Junior Unpaid Scientist. Now, I'm sure you have plenty of questions. But before it gets too scientific, let's head up to the contracts department on the 5th floor. Here is our contract team, hard at work. These business sharks are hunting down different product contracts for us to fulfill and thus secure us funding. As a member of our esteemed science staff, you'll never interact with them directly. Instead, they'll send you 3 contracts that need to be fulfilled with the different chemicals you make. Here we have 2 scientists busy at work. Andy here is combining 3 chemicals to create a new compound. Let's watch. He's selected poly for his stabilizer, tetra for one of his reagents, and zine for his catalyst. If he's successful, he will have created the chemical polytetrazine. Excellent work, Andy. Let's look at Wendy now. Wendy has been a bit more diligent than Andy, and she already has a few chemical compounds and will be selecting a product contract. She selected the Permaglow product and will be using both her bitetrafluorinol and polymethicillin compounds to attempt a solution. She's done it! She's now brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars for the company. She's well on her way to becoming the next junior unpaid scientist.
Wait, this is unpaid?
There are many other things you'll learn on the job, one of which is to never leave your station unattended. Competition is encouraged, and our interns should win by any means necessary. You're now ready to begin your rewarding career in science. Make Chemco proud, and welcome aboard.
Next up is Lab Partners, a quick card game with dice. Using elements of deck building and luck, combine chemicals together to make compounds which lead to a product which give you special abilities. With planning, develop innovative new products with a bit of luck that they won't explode in your face. Get your own copy of Lab Partners for $30. The Kickstarter ends August 15th and plans to deliver in February of 2020.
Why do you think he does it, Agent Connor?
Because he is sick, sir.
Megan, it's all just a game to him. He'll get into your head.
Then I'll play him, sir. After all, I'm the one who trained him.
You put 10,000 migrants behind bars for no cause. You've become quite a little monster, haven't you? No more housing. No more security. People are living in boxes. Every little step you take on this planet, you are ruining it. Listen to me. And you remember that you are gonna pay for every drop of blood on your hands.
You know what? I'm done with this. Make your damn move, Mom. Come on.
All right, calm down. It's just a game.
Yeah, it's just a game.
Is it my turn or is it yours?
Well, I'm afraid our coalition is over. This is my district now.
Shasan is an epic game of politics, ethics, and strategy. You are a politician, campaigning for the future of your country. Start with one of 4 unique worlds: USA and India 2020, Earth 2040, and Rome 40 BCE. Every turn, you will have to make a choice. Your policy decisions will earn you resources. Gather funds, media, cloud, and trust to win over voters. Deploy them to capture areas by forming majorities. Gerrymander to redraw the lines of support. No border is etched in stone. Keep up with headlines. Every setback has room for profit. Forge alliances in the face of adversity. But don't let your guard down. Invest in conspiracies to blindside your enemies. They might need encouragement to roll over and die. Become a titan of ideology. The people need you. But who do you represent? The outspoken? The righteous? The hopeful? The inventive? When it's your time to rise, what will you stand for?
Next up is Session, a political resource management game with area control. Run your own political campaign, gain resources by choosing your ideals on various issues, and spend them to influence voters in voter districts. The player with a majority in each district takes control and gains an advantage. Use gerrymandering to reform the district lines in your favor by moving your influenced voters to outmaneuver your opponents. Get a copy of Session for $59. The Kickstarter ends August 16th and plans to deliver of June of 2020.
Dreams are the mirrors of reality. Bound by the force we don't understand, we keep returning to those surreal places. A sea of glass shards. A library of endless staircases. Creatures too grossly magnificent to have been born from imagination. Have you been here before? What reality will you choose? It all starts with a spark, and now you are ignited too. So come, leave everything behind. The Etherfields awaits you.
Your body has been taken. Your memories faded away. You need to remember. Remember who you are. A long drive, a rainy night, an endless forest. Suddenly, a shadow by the roadside. Is this a child? You panic and swerve off into a mud-filled ditch. The engine stops. You get out while Doc tries to restart the car. You follow the cries for help, but something's not right. It's not a child. What the hell is going on? The world around you warps and blossoms with golden ornaments, red flowers, poppies. Poppies everywhere. You need to escape. You need to... Aetherfields is an approachable, fully cooperative experience for 1 to 4 players. We call it a dream crawler. Our game has an exciting and strong core gameplay mechanic, but it also involves concepts related to dreaming, such as intuition, dedication, deduction, or emotional intelligence. While trapped on the other side, you will get to dive into many different dreams. Just in the core box, you will find over 50 hours of campaign mode. Choose your path wisely, as many random encounters that await you can grant precious ether, resources, abilities, and items, but also take them away. Discover the story and leave the dreamscape before Aetherfields devours it all. In Aetherfields, you will build up all important decks of the game, from your character's memory chest, with its crazy dreamlike abilities and special items, up to your enemies and random encounters. These encounters will develop and change with time, just like the secret events, turn counters, sufferings and advantages, or even your masks and the world map itself. Every aspect of Aetherfields entirely depends on your deck building strategies and actions. Inside Dreams, you will utilize your deck and play your cards with one of the 3 base resources: Adaptation, Wrath, or Awareness. Building up your deck the right way will also lead to amazing combos that make use of both your skills and that of your friends. If you like to gamble, you can also try to push your luck and roll a fate die to get additional resources. But be careful, as your actions can blow up in your face, causing long-term consequences such as destroying mill and adding shapeless enemies to the random encounter deck. Each location you enter is a riddle you need to investigate and solve to escape. Many meaningful decisions await you there, each impacting a branching storyline. Open secret passages or hidden compartments. Run away from the librarian. Keep searching through shelves to find a book that will help you escape, or even try to locate a secret puzzle to unlock one more key. All of this makes Aetherfields an approachable yet deep and immersive board game experience that will feel fresh with every new dream.
Hey guys, Martin here from Awaken Realms. Throughout the years we've done many different board games, from territory control Lords of Earth up to cinematic survival experience such as Nemesis. We always try to find a way to push the border of what can be done in a board game, and Aetherfields is no different. Here we would like to invite you to a dream world, and this gave us extremely huge creative freedom in pretty much every aspect of the game. Gameplay is created by Michał Oracz. He's a board game creator veteran. He's done Hiroshima Hex, This War of Mine, the board game, and a lot of other games. What he was able to do, he was able to create a very approachable set of core rules that are very deep and are based around deck building and deck management. So you'll not only deck build your own deck, but also deck build everything. In addition to the core level of the gameplay, you will have a whole different narrative experience that will be waiting inside of the dream scenes, when you will not only use your analytical thinking, but also emotional intelligence, perceptions, and intuition. There are a lot of mysteries to be solved, there are a lot of surprises waiting for you, surprising rules as well, so you will need to be constantly keep looking for clues in the art or in the different components. And all of that joins itself in a very thematic experience for a dream world that just waits to be explored and discovered and interpreted by you. I hope you guys will love the idea behind the Aetherfields and join the campaign. There are a lot of exciting stuff coming, as well as we always do implement your feedback and ideas into the game, and there are a lot of this waiting in Aetherfields. So hope you enjoy and see you soon. Bye.
Finally, my pick of the week is Aetherfields. From the producers of Lords of Hellas, Nemesis, and Tainted Grail, Aetherfields is a co-op immersive adventure campaign game set in the ethereal dream world. Play cards on the field to build the locations that contain dreamlike connected artwork with rules and lore, then modify them by placing cards on top. Regain your memories and shape your hero's story. Discover secret game rules by finding hidden information in the artwork. The game contains combat, but isn't always the best way to solve a situation. From the way the game is described, it seems like a mashup of Choose Your Own Adventure book, a role-playing game, puzzle solving, and a tactical strategy combat game all rolled into a board game with a campaign that they say claims last over 50 hours. Etherfields is a very ambitious and has a clever game design with some of the most beautiful and awe-inspiring artwork I have ever seen in a board game. If you are looking for something unique and exciting, I highly recommend checking out Etherfields. You can get your own copy for $94. This Kickstarter ends August 8th and plans to deliver in March next year.
Hold still, you!
Stop being such a baby and clip her wings already!
Don't tell me how to fight. I'll take care of her my own way. Hold still, flying witch! 3 days. 3 days of traversing the Mad King's portals and minions, never knowing how close we are to his tower. It stings every time I think about how the Mad King forced my grandfather to walk this same path. I miss him.
Pardon me, big guy.
A gunslinger suddenly sprinted past both of us and leapt through the next portal, leading her straight into a poison bog and a crimson archer. I didn't know who she was, but I could tell she was injured. She took cover and unloaded on the archer. I'd never seen anyone so quick. But the Mad King's minion was not to be outdone. He let loose a magic arrow that found its target. I had to help her. Not this time!
Thanks, partner. I'm Charlie.
Before I could even tell her my name, Diora blasted the foe with a fireball. Where the archer once stood, a glowing chest rested in the murky water. Our team was impressive. And to think, I came here with the intention of killing these heroes. Grandfather would be proud. Weak and exhausted, we came to the final fork in the road. Our last chance to turn away. But the Mad King's reign of terror must end. So we pressed on through the last portal. My heart sank as what stood before us was not the Mad King, but what remained of my fallen grandfather. You chose servitude over death. I'm sorry, grandfather. Dice Throne Adventures is a genre-bending cooperative expansion to the very popular dueling game Dice Throne. With randomly generated worlds, environments, battles, rewards, and a non-destructive legacy element, every campaign will be a unique experience. With 14 heroes to choose from, the replayability is astonishing. Are you ready to take the throne?
Next up is Dice Throne Adventures, an expansion to Dice Throne that adds a campaign to the game in the spirit of Diablo. Battle minions, explore randomly generated locations, and take on an epic boss. If successful, reward yourself by opening sealed packages containing new content. You can use any of the previously released 16 heroes to fight your way to victory. Also featured in this Kickstarter is a reprinting of Season 1 of Dice Throne. Get Dice Throne Adventures for $69 or Dice Throne Season 1 re-rolled for $79. The Kickstarter ends August 9th and plans to deliver of July of next year.
Through the mists of time, an ancient evil returns to Hyboria. He who died 3,000 years ago, yet walks the earth today, Sultan the Sorcerer. Eons ago, the Emperor of Acheron reigned supreme, a kingdom built on blood sacrifice and the black arts, where necromancers cavorted with demons and enslaved the world. Chief among the wizards of Acheron was Sultan, high priest of Set. Now he is back from the dead, resurrected by the priests of Set. with one goal in mind: to raise the kingdom of Acheron from the ashes and restore it to its former glory. Using the fabled mirrors of Tazan Thun, Zaltolten attempts a vast magical rite such as the world has never seen, conjuring the great kingdom from the sands of time. But he fails, shattering the mirrors into hundreds of shards, and worse, rending time and space itself. The greatest legends of the ages now find themselves trapped together, along with one who may possibly be the greatest savage legend of all time, Conan the Barbarian. Now the legends must gather their warbands as they assemble friends and allies in a quest to find the scattered mirror shards of Tazan Thun. All will fight, some will die, in a bid for power and glory, or simply to find a way home. Conan, Savage Legends is an arena combat-style game for 2 to 4 players. Players take control of a mighty legend from the deep universe of Robert E. Howard. Gather a warband and set off into the great Hyborian lands in search of the mirror shards of Tazan Thun. Conan, Savage Legends is a fast-paced tactical game. Collect the items and use them to protect Hyboria, raise ancient evils, or simply get home. Gather your companions, summon your minions, and choose a legend to lead you to glory. Use 3 unique custom dice as you clash with your foes. Crush your enemies and earn coins to upgrade your legend, their items, your companions, or other elements, unlocking fearsome new abilities in your quest for glory. While steel and savagery are keys to victory in Hyboria, cunning and strategy are equally important. Select your tactics card at the beginning of each round to gain the initiative, or enact a devious plot in order to trap your foes. As you play tactics card, your legends gain momentum, until they are an unstoppable whirlwind, unlocking their ultimate combat potential. Crush your friends, see their models driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their dice. Back our Kickstarter campaign and help us bring the savagery of Hyboria to the tabletop.
Up next is Conan Savage Legends. In this tactical arena area combat game, you control a legend of Hyboria, such as Conan the Barbarian, Thoth-Amon, or Valeria. This game uses dice battle mechanics and is played on a hexagonal map filled with terrain that changes each day. Take companions, items, and custom abilities into each battle. Each battle, if you win, generates coin that you can use to upgrade your abilities and items. Conan Savage Legends costs $80. The Kickstarter ends August 8th and plans to deliver by November of 2020.
Dr. Rush! Dr. Rush!
Yes, Miss Timer? Walk with me. I'm in a hurry.
Well, Doctor, we need your advice for the patient in B2.
Has the fever gone down since yesterday?
His temperature is lowering, yes.
It could be a side effect from the drug. What was Dr. Sand's opinion on the matter?
She instructed the floor's nurse to initiate levofloxacin administration. She said she'd be there soon to evaluate the patient, but it's been almost 10 hours, and she hasn't come out from the operating room yet.
Yes, I know. I'm headed there too right now. Seems that Mr. Critical's surgery turned out more difficult than we estimated, and they need more hands in there. We cannot afford to lose another patient on the same week. We have a reputation to uphold.
Good luck on your surgery, Dr. Rush.
Rush MD is an innovative real-time cooperative board game that simulates the high-pressure environment of medical professions. In Rush MD, each round consists of 4 minutes, and players have 4 rounds to work together in order to admit, diagnose, and treat patients as quickly and efficiently as possible. Rush MD is a worker placement game using hourglasses as workers. Each player will have 1 Dr. Hourglass with which they can admit and hospitalize patients, perform medical examinations, research, and perform surgeries. Additionally, there are 4 Nurse Hourglasses, which can be used by all players to provide medication, equip the pharmacy and blood bank, and provide valuable assistance where needed. Rush MD features many gameplay elements requiring dexterity, observation, and good communication to perform all necessary actions on time. Join our campaign today.
Up next is Rush MD, a real-time cooperative worker placement game. Place doctors and nurses on the board to take care of patients. Each task takes time to perform, leaving that worker unavailable while the procedure is being performed. In the meantime, use nurses to give medications and supply equipment to the doctors. Compete in mini-games using dexterity and observation skills to complete exams. You can get your copy of Rush MD for $55. The Kickstarter ends August 6th and plans to deliver in December of 2020.
You've never really had any grand supervillain ambitions? Nah, that's not your thing. You're just an honest contractor trying to get by, only without scruples and not overly concerned with safety precautions or work conditions. You take a very special kind of pride in always running in head first. Literally, no questions asked. Just enjoying the thrill of the moment and the luxury of not having to make plans further ahead than a couple of hours. So, what's terribly wrong with that? Goons is a strategy board game for 2 to 4 players that combines character development, action selection, and gambling mechanisms in a pretty special way. In Goons, players will be trying out new thrilling careers as henchmen, throwing themselves right into the heat of the fire and then joining in on different villains' wacky schemes. The goal is to earn as much cash as possible, get the snazziest gear, and rise in respect with the local villains. Perhaps someday you'll finally be the one calling the shots, eh? On each player's turn, they will choose their actions by using an action selection system that lets them draw action tiles from an ongoing scoring grid, combining them with another action by covering spaces up on their goon board. Actions include going to the gym to increase your energy, shopping for new gear, earn a little extra as a dishwasher, and mixing things up at a nightclub. But most importantly, players will commit to different daring villain schemes by placing energy markers on them to increase the chances of success and reward. Each villain in the game has a unique theme and scoring mechanics, so players will carefully have to consider which ones to support. The goon with the most victory points at the end of the game wins.
Up next is Goons, a strategy action selection game. You play as a henchman, trying to earn as much money as you can. Support different villains to help complete their objectives and gain trust to earn more rewards. Each villain has a different strategy associated with it. Buy items and equipment and upgrade your goon to gain an advantage and become the wealthiest goon. You can get a copy of Goons for $43. Kickstarter ends August 11th and plans to deliver by May of 2020. Next is Outpost 18, a micro-strategic card game for 2 players. While this game is small in size, containing only 18 cards, it is deep in strategy and tactics by utilizing dual-purpose cards. In Deep Space, supplies are limited, so use each card as either an upgrade to your space station or as a spaceship to fight off your opponent for survival. The game features 16-bit styled pixel art on the cards and it also is available as a free print and play edition. You can get your copy of Outpost 18 for only $7. The Kickstarter ends August 5th and plans to deliver in December of this year. And then we have Materia Prima. This is a sandbox game that has deck building, dice combat, resource management, pick up and deliver, and area control mechanics on a modular board. Each of the 6 different tiles employs a different mechanic, meaning this game truly has something for everyone. In this game, you play as an alchemist, mine resources, craft equipment, and research recipes in order to build the Philosopher's Stone and complete your unique secret objective. You can get a copy of Materia Prima for about $45. This Kickstarter ends August 10th and plans to deliver by March of 2020. And that's it for this last week on Kickstarter. What was your favorite games of this week? Do you plan on backing any of these projects? Or do you think there was a game we missed this week? Let us know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe so we continue to make content for you. Now we'll see you on the next last week.